Okay, Dr. Mindy here, and you guys asked, so I am delivering. You wanted to know, how do you open up your liver detox pathways? So on this video, I go through 7 things you can do, everything from free things all the way up to things that cost a little bit of money. So I put it in descending order so that you guys can step into opening up your pathways very easily. So get ready. We're going to talk about the liver, and we're going to help you improve the function of that organ so you can thrive with your fasting lifestyle. Okay, let's talk about opening up your detox pathway in your liver. Okay, so go back and watch the video that I did on if you're struggling with fasting, it may be closed pathways. You have a lot of different pathways. I went through that in that video. But on this video, I want to talk specifically about your liver and what you can do to open up your liver pathways. So I have 7 things. I'm going to throw in a little bonus 8th thing. And I'm going to read through them in descending order of what's the easiest all the way up to the most complicated. Okay? So how the heck do we start to heal this liver that is working so hard to detoxify you? So first thing, make sure you're hydrated. I know we got a lot of fasting fans here on this channel. A lot of you love dry fasting, and that's a whole separate conversation. But for opening up the liver pathway, you want to make sure that you're hydrated. That is really crucial. And of course, with clean water, it would be the best, clean filtered water. So the first one, make sure you're drinking enough water, especially when you're fasting. Okay, second thing, up your vegetables, specifically cruciferous vegetables. So you have a microbiome in your gut, you have a microbiome around your liver, you've got a microbiome in the common bile duct where the liver will actually exit or push the toxins out of it. And there's a microbiome in all of that area, and it needs you to start to feed these good bacteria vegetables. So a lot of times we see with you guys that are fasting a lot, you love the one meal a day, you get stuck in the one meal a day, but in that one meal you're so low keto that you're not getting enough vegetables. So I recommend when we go to spend some dedicated time to open up the liver pathway that you get somewhere around 9 cups of vegetables a day. That's what the microbiome of both the gut and the liver will need. Cruciferous vegetables are the best, so Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower. Those are fabulous for not just opening up the liver pathway, but it increases your glutathione levels, which allows the liver to detoxify better. Okay, so that's number 2. Third thing you can do is castor oil packs. So this is actually a pretty easy thing to do. So you get some castor oil at the market. You get a organic cloth, and you pour the castor oil on the cloth. You're going to put the castor oil on your liver, and then you get a warm water bottle. I'm going to put an article in here, a link where you can learn how to do it. I'll link some studies that are really interesting about castor oil. But when you put a warm bottle on top of the castor oil flannel and you drive in the castor oil into the liver, what research is showing is that it can not only decongest the pathways coming out of the liver and open all of that up, but it increases lymphocytes. It can help you convert T4 into T3, so those of you that have thyroid problems, and it's particularly healing for fatty liver syndrome. So easy to do, and again, I'll link a how-to in the notes of this video, okay? Now we're on to the 4th thing. So 4th thing, I've talked about this before. It's called a Bile Push. And a Bile Push is activated charcoal. Our favorite is Bind. This is what we use. And what we have our patients do is they do 2 Bind, then they eat a ton of fat. So you can eat an avocado, nut butter. There's a lot of different things that you can, fats that you can eat, ghee, and you just want a mega dose on fat. And so you're going to end up with, you're going to have your 2 Bind, and then you're going to eat your big bowl of fat, and then a half an hour later, you're going to do 2 Bind again. Okay, that's called a Bile Push, And if you want more information on that, just in the comments, put Bile Push, and we'll be sure to send you a link on how exactly to do it. But that's the general premise of it. Okay, that's number 4. Okay, the 5th one, I told you I was going to go through in levels of complication. So now we're moving to a little more complicated ways to open up these pathways, but incredibly effective. So you guys have heard me hopefully talk about coffee enemas. We're going to talk about that in the next step. But before that, a lot of people will do a suppository called Xeneplex. You can find it on Amazon. We'll put it in the link. Xeneplex can actually start to get through the lower intestinal tract. It will cause dilation of the lower intestinal tract up into the common bile duct, up into the liver. It's got caffeine in it, so it will dilate those pathways so that the common bile duct can get all the toxins out, and it will open up and start to dilate the cells of the liver. Okay, so Xeneplex. It's kind of, when I talk to people about coffee enemas and they're like, yeah, I'm not really excited about that, I tell them do a Bile Push, then do Xeneplex, and then if you feel like your pathways are still closed, then you're going to need to jump into my 6th thing, which is coffee enemas. So coffee enemas are game changers for you that are trying to detox. If you guys are struggling to bring your blood sugar down, if you're struggling to get into ketosis, I promise you the coffee enema is most likely the cure. Because with all of that caffeine, what happens is there's so much dilation that can occur in the liver, so much dilation that can occur in the common bile duct, that it'll just start to filter out everything that the liver is trying to push out of it, and it'll push it into the small intestine and out through your colon. We do have instructions on how to do coffee enemas, so if you want those instructions, just put coffee enema in the comments and we'll make sure you get those. Okay, that was number 6. Okay, now we're going to dive into biohacks. So there are some really cool biohacks that you can do. Things like infrared sauna is amazing because you're going to heat the cells of the liver up from the inside out. You can't do this in a gym sauna. You can't do this any other way. So we love infrared sauna for opening up the liver. We also are a huge fan in my clinic of red light therapy. We use the Juve light. I've done interviews with Scott Nelson of Juve talking about the science behind Juve light. But what red light therapy over the liver can do is it can start to heal the cells of the liver and also allow that liver to be able to push toxins out of it more efficiently. Those are really 2 of my favorite ways of biohacks for the liver. And then the last thing is, if you're like, I've been doing all that and I just feel like my liver is struggling, and this is something we use in our heavy metal detox programs. It's called L-Liver. It's a supplement that is specifically made to get nutrients back to your liver. So remember, your liver is the hardest working organ in your body, and we live in the most toxic time in human history. So this poor organ is working so much that sometimes it just needs a little help. So you can go through the list I just gave you and really focus on opening up the pathways, and sometimes the liver just needs good old-fashioned supplements to really help support it. Cruciferous vegetables are great at supporting the nutrients for the liver, but there's nothing like L-Liver. We have found this to be a game changer as well in my clinic for people who are going through our detox protocols. So there's your liver, okay? So if you guys are fasting and you're getting a lot of rashes, your blood sugar and ketones aren't where you want them to be, you're getting bloated, maybe you're getting holding on to weight and you don't understand why, I want you to walk through those steps that I just gave you and ask yourself, am I doing each one? And I usually say start with the hydration, that's easy, move to the vegetables, then do the castor oil. Then you can bring in the Bile Push, the Xeneplex, the coffee enemas, the biohacks, the supplements. So there really is a good list for you guys to follow there. But fasting works. It really works. And if you're struggling with it, it may be as simple as you just need to open up your liver pathways. So let me know, does that help? Give me feedback. And as always, so grateful for you guys, and just keep sharing this out because this information has the ability to change so many lives. Hope that helps.